Hello folks, this is Solo speaking. You're listening to another video for our Teamfight Tactics. This is taken from another normal game here in set 13. This time we're going to be looking at a team composition I really haven't done much with over the course of this set, and that is a Quickstrikers team composition. This is one of the traits that not one of my favorites because it mostly plays through melee carries. I've always never really liked playing through melee carries as much as like front to back team comps where you have a spellcaster or some ranged auto attacker in the back and like you try to get through the other team's tank line and they try to get through yours. So I've never really loved playing through melee characters that much, but I did want to give this a try because it's pretty strong in the current patch version. And so we're going to be looking at some different multi-strikers in this particular patch. We're going to be focusing on Twisted Fate, but before the game is over, I will be playing all of the Quickstrikers, and there are 4 of them in this game. Alright, so our encounter was Victor, which means that we're going to be seeing more 6-cost units than usual. From what I remember, this doesn't end up playing into this game particularly much. I've actually gotten to the point where I don't mind the Victor encounter because you just don't see a lot of the 6 costs even with a Victor encounter. So it's more like just playing a normal game as opposed to some of the game modes like when you get the Ambessa one and everybody gets a dummy with 3 emblems on it, or the Warwick one where everybody is playing Spoils of War whether they want to or not. I definitely prefer it over those options, which just get to be kind of silly. So anyway, I'm planning on playing Quickstrikers, and I'm going to be trying to focus on Twisted Fate in this game. I'm going to be trying to build items first for Twisted Fate. The main team composition I wanted to try out here, it's basically a Twisted Fate / Loris reroll. You kind of go for TF3 and Loris 3, and they're both 3-cost units. So it works out, and then you can pick up Akali's and Nocturnes along the way. They are 2-cost units, but they are also Quickstrikers, so they synergize pretty well with the TF. Alright, so first augment is Silver. Out of these options here, I was thinking about taking Component Buffet or Reroll Transfer, but I was like, you know, I'm going to be re-rolling. This one is for every unused augment reroll, gain 3 free shop refreshes, also gain an immediate 3 gold. I was like, that actually sounds pretty decent here because I'm going to be going for rerolls, and you can save the rerolls from round to round. That change was made, I think, back in the previous set, in set 12, but like you can save those rerolls. So I was like, okay, I'll just save a bunch of rerolls. In theory, if I pick from the immediate augment choices on both rounds, I can get up to 18 free rerolls from that. Yeah, because it's 3 free rerolls for each one you don't use. So if I just pick one of the starting augments both times, then I could get 9 from the second augment and another 9 from the third augment. So like this silver augment could in theory give me as many as 18 rerolls and 36 gold worth of value, which is really good for a silver augment. Now, of course, it doesn't do anything for me right now to make me stronger, and it also won't do anything until I actually use those rerolls. So, you know, it does. It's not like it solves every problem, but I do think I can get a lot of value. Of course, that also means me taking the augments that are shown immediately instead of re-rolling all of them. But I can probably get something pretty decent without having to re-roll. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I am typically someone who's content to take something that's reasonably good instead of like trying to hold out for something that's a perfect option. And I think that that's what I'm going to go for in this game. Okay, so as far as what I'm doing with my board, I'm trying to play towards Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate is a 3-cost unit, so it is possible to get him from the initial minion drop. That did not happen. I'm not surprised that didn't happen. Not exactly common that you would get a 3-cost that you're specifically looking for from the initial minion round. So I'm going to have to play toward this unit. And I was thinking, what makes the most sense in terms of playing towards this, and also makes the most sense in terms of the units that I'm hitting. And I actually thought it made the most sense to play into a Rebel comp here in the early game. I had been hitting some Rebel units. I managed to hit the 2-star Irelia, who is a unit I'm going to want to play on this board anyway, so I might as well play her now. And I also want to play into the Akali long-term too, because Akali is a Quickstriker unit. So I was like, all right, I'll just look to play into this. I did find 2 out of 3 early Vexes. I'm hoping I can find 1 more Vex for Vex 2-star, and there it is. All right, let's go. So I've been able to get a Vex 2-star as well, and then I also have 2 out of 3 Renatas here, with Renata providing Visionary trait for Vex. So I'm basically going to have Vex hold items for Twisted Fate, and just use Vex as my temporary carry. Now, Vex not a particularly good unit. She gets outscaled very, very quickly. And I can like barely even remember what her ability does. I believe that when Vex's monobar fills up, Vex shoots like a little blast at the target, and then it like puts a little circle on the ground, which then like explodes again after like 2 seconds and deals additional magic damage. Something like that. So let's see, Lex is going to fire off their ability. Yeah, it puts a little like circle on the ground and then detonates shortly thereafter. Vex is not a very good unit. Vex reroll has like never been a thing at any point in time in this set from what I can remember. At best, Vex has been played as like a trait bot when Visionary was strong, but like even Rebel Wards cut Vex as the game goes on. Vex is like one of the rebels you take out as you get better rebels later on. Oh, and I also decided I should play the Leona over the Singed if I'm going to play more Sentinels. All right, well, anyway, that was pretty successful. The first round I did end up losing, but I won the next 2, and that means I'm going to have third pick here on the carousel. And there is something I'd like pretty badly, which is that tier. I really would like to get a Spear of Shojin. It's one of the core items on Twisted Fate. I've already made a Jeweled Gauntlet, which is another one of his key items, and it's also going to be really good on Vex. So, like, I'm building items that are going to be good on Twisted Fate, but there are also items that are going to be good on Vex right now. Now, if I wanted to run Vex as my main carry, then I'd also want to get some attack speed on. By the way, there's another Vex, but no, I'm not going for Vex 3-star. Vex is just a temporary item holder. And I also decided, you know what, I might as well play the Akali over playing the Set. And that's because that also gives me Rebel trait, both Set and Akali being Rebels. And it also allows me to just save some gold here. I mean, I'll hold the Set for this round because who knows, maybe I get 2 sets in my shop next round and then I can buy them and play the unit. But the anticipation is I can sell that unit. Leona gives me another frontliner, so that makes up for the frontline that I lost from taking out Set. And I can put Akali on the board. Of course, Akali does not have Quickstriker trait in yet. But that I will be able to get later on. Also, by the way, 2-star Vex actually doing a decent amount of damage with Rebel trait in to give Vex some health and a small amount of additional ability power. Yeah, we actually won that round pretty easily. So I guess my board's in reasonably good shape. Of course, Vex is going to fall off super hard as we get into stage 3. But for now, Vex is doing the job. And I was going to say a minute ago, if I were going to run Vex as my carry, the third item I would want to get is some kind of attack speed. So probably Gnasher's Tooth would be ideal. But I don't need that item if I'm going to be putting items on Twisted Fate. So the reason for that is Quickstrikers gain attack speed. That's what the trait does. While we've got a quiet moment here, I'll go ahead and read the trait description, even though I don't actually have Quickstriker in at the moment. Quickstrikers move faster and gain attack speed based on their target's missing health. So it's an attack speed granting trait. At lower tiers, at Quickstriker 2, you always get at least 20% additional attack speed, and then if their target gets low, it can go up to 60%, and then the attack speed bonus goes up higher as you get deeper into the trait. So it provides attack speed, and because of this, that means I don't really need to itemize attack speed on someone like Twisted Fate, because he's going to get attack speed naturally from Quickstriker trait anyway. So it's not that like Gnasher's Tooth is a terrible item. You can certainly build it, but you're kind of already getting attack speed anyway from the Quickstriker trait, so you do better to itemize other stuff. And like I picked up the Nocturne because that'll allow me to get Quickstriker trait in for Akali. But right now Akali's unitemized, so there's not much point in trying to play through the Akali at the moment. I mean, I will pick up more. I might as well grab Akalis and Nocturnes. I'm planning to reroll for 3-star Twisted Fate, but like I can pick up Nocturnes and Akalis while I'm at it. There's no reason not to. And I still have pretty good odds of seeing 2-cost units when I'm rerolling for 3-cost units. I'm going to be rerolling on level 7. And I have pretty good odds to see them there. So hopefully I'll just be able to hit my Twisted Fates, and hopefully I'll be able to hit some Lorises, and then we'll look to go from there. And oh, look at this. I get a tier and a rod. I'll just go ahead and make the Archangel Staff instantly. That's because that is another really good item on TF. Could also do like Death Cap. Could also do... Well, I already have a Jeweled Gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty much the items you'd want. You wouldn't really want like a Morello's. I mean, I guess you could, but TF doesn't hit that many targets. It's not necessarily great. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use my tank items, and I'm not going to make a Gargoyle Stone Plate here, which would be a slam that you would typically do. The reason for that is I'm going to be playing into Sentinel frontline in this game, and oh, by the way, I might as well play the Rel over the Leona because she will benefit from Visionary trait. But I'm going to be playing into Sentinel frontline, and Sentinels get armor and magic resistance innately from their trait. So the big things that Sentinels want is they don't really want more armor and MR. I mean, again, it's not bad on them. You can certainly get more armor and magic resistance, but it's better for you to get other stats. The biggest one being health. So, like, they really want to benefit from health. And the Sunfire Cape provides that. It also gives me that healing debuff, which is going to be pretty nice. I'm not planning... I don't have anyone who, like, wants to take a red buff or Morello's, so Sunfire is not bad to get that. By the way, I ended that person's win streak, too, so that's pretty nice. Excuse me. So, yeah, Sunfire is good. It gives me the healing debuff. Also gives health, which is a stat I want. And then I can use the cloak to make another item. I would not mind making a Ionic Spark, for example, because I'm going to need some MR Shred. Okay, out of these options, I was like, I'm just going to take Clockwork Accelerator. Your team gains 10% attack speed every 3 seconds in combat. That sounds great, because that's going to I think that's going to synergize reasonably well with the fact that I'm playing these Quickstriker units. And I'll go ahead and put the Leona on the board for right now. I mean, it does make 3 Sentinels, so I could potentially, like, take out the Rel and put in the Nocturne to get Quickstriker trait in. But again, Quickstriker wouldn't really do a whole lot for me right now. I have a 1-star Akali with no items. Putting in a 1-star Nocturne with no items doesn't really feel that great. So I'm like kind of playing through Visionaries at the moment. Visionary being a mana generating trait. It's a very simple trait. It's Visionaries just generate more mana from all sources. So I think that this makes sense for the moment. I mean, you could actually make the case that I should pick up the Nunu and then look to play 4 Visionaries for the moment. But I don't think I want to spend quite that much money on Visionaries, since I know I'm going to be moving out of the Visionaries later on. Still, I've had very good luck at hitting these units. I have a lot of 2-stars on my board. 2-star Vex, who's my main carry, 2-star Aurelia, 2-star Leona, and the 2-star Leona. Is that all of them? Yes. Oh, and the 2-star Renata. Excuse me, I said Leona twice there. 2-star, and I'm still getting more Renatas, so I guess I could be playing Renata reroll here. You could say, why didn't you just shift into Renata reroll? But that comp got gutted in recent patches, so it's pretty bad right now. Still, with all these Renatas I'm seeing, and with me having items that, by the way, these items that I'm running are good for TF, but they're actually really good Renata items too. You could make the case I should just be playing Renata reroll here, but that was not the build I was trying out. I wanted to try out the TF reroll. I am looking through the lobby just to see, are other people playing this Quickstriker reroll build, and no one really seems like they're playing this. It seems like I'm mostly uncontested. That said, there is at least one person who's going to be playing Enforcers, so they could potentially be taking some TFs. And there's a couple people that end up going for Emissary boards, going for 4 Emissary, which means that they'll be taking Ambessas out of the pool. But that's not that big of a deal for me because, again, I'm doing a reroll version of Quickstrikers, which means Ambessa is not the featured carry. It's Twisted Fate, and then to a lesser extent, Nocturne and Akali. Still, I'm very happy with my items so far. I'm happy with my augments. I picked up 9 free rerolls from not rerolling any of those augments. And I'm going to be last pick here on the carousel, but I still think I can get something reasonably good. Best thing would be the Zoe with the rod. That would allow me to make an Ionic Spark, which is going to be good because most of my damage is going to be magic in this team competition. It's already magic damage now, and that's not going to change. I could also take something like the Mundo here, would not be awful, to make a Dragon's Claw. I wouldn't hate that. I could also do Gargoyle Stoneplate, but again, I want to try to itemize health, so I'm going to go ahead and take the belt here, because I want to itemize health for my front line. Like I said, Sentinels get armor and magic resistance, so it's really good to get something that gives them additional health. So we'll take the belt. Now, I could look to level here to level 7 and put in the Nocturne, but that's pretty expensive to do that. I think it would cost like 30-something gold to do that. I don't really want to drop down to 20 gold. I know that I could try to level here to maintain win streak, but I'm not sure that putting a 1-star Nocturne and that puts Quickstriker trait in play for Akali, I don't think that really does that much. Maybe if I had held that... I don't know, maybe if I had held that Nunu, I could level here for 4 Visionary, which actually would help me, or I could level for like 4 Sentinel. But I don't think that leveling and putting in the Nocturne is really going to do that much. And now I'm up against this person who's hit a 2-star Zeri. The previous video I put up on YouTube featured Zeri, and you might notice they actually have what's considered to be Zeri's perfect items, which is what I built when I played Zeri. And that Zeri, because that Zeri's a 2-star unit, that unit's pretty strong. Rageblade, Infinity Edge, Gunblade. Yeah, those items are pretty good, and I definitely do not do as much damage as that Zeri. So you can see that Vex is already starting to fall off a little bit. And I was actually pretty glad that I did not level to level 7 there, because I'm pretty sure putting in another unit would not have caused me to win that fight. So my win streak looks like it was probably going to come to a close there anyway. I was pretty happy just to go through... how many rounds did I win in a row? I think I won like 6 or 7 in a row. I mean, I was pretty happy just to win that many rounds. I wasn't really expecting to win because I still have not hit any Twisted Fates yet, and I still don't even have Quickstriker trait on my board. So I'm basically just econing to level 7, and the fact that I'm still sitting here on 88 health is a really good place to be. Also, having a 2-star Akali already and 2 out of 3 Nocturnes is not bad. Just wish I'd been able to hit 1 Twisted Fate would be really nice. All right, this person is playing a Twisted Fate Bruiser's board. They managed to find, or not Twisted Fate, a Twitch Bruiser's board. They found an early Twitch here who's doing quite a bit of damage. And unfortunately, Maddie decides she's going to target the Vex. I actually think I might have won this fight if Maddie had not targeted the Vex, but unfortunately my damage gets taken out. And even a 1-star Twitch does 5,000 damage. That Twitch has a lot of attack speed. A little bit lacking in damage, but a lot of attack speed back there. And hey, look, now I've hit 2-star Nocturne, so I'm hitting the, I'm hitting the other Quickstrikers. I haven't even started rerolling yet, and I already have 2-star Akali, 2-star Nocturne. So I have reasonably good odds to 3-star both of these units. So I probably should think about itemizing one of them. Or I probably do not have enough items to itemize both of them, but I can probably itemize one of them, and then maybe like a Thief's Glove for the other one. And who gets itemized is going to depend on what items I'm seeing, and also which one I'm hitting more of in terms of like what's popping up in the shop. So anyway, let's go ahead and we can level here. All right, so now I'm level 7. Now I will start using my rerolls. We'll put the Nocturne on the board. I'm really looking for at least 1 TF. Let's see, Singed here. I could play the Singe for 4 Sentinels, and I might want to do that. And I'll pick up the... there's my Loris. I definitely want to play this unit. So let's put him on the board over something. Okay, we'll put him on the board over the Silco. And I'm still using my free rerolls. Can I find a TF? Okay, I don't need more Aurelias. There's another Nocturne, and there's TF. And, I couldn't quite get him on the board. I was like, okay. I'm going to sell Renata next round. Let's just stuff these items on Renata. And then I'm going to make an Ionic Spark. And then I have the items for Redemption. I'm quite happy with these items. I think I'll just go ahead and do that. I don't really have great uses for tiers now that TF has a Shojin and an Archangel Staff. So, yeah, I'm content to make that. By the way, I still have 2 more rerolls left over here. So, I can't reroll quite as fast as the professional TFT players. I'm just doing my best to try and make my way through these. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy I got up to the 4 Sentinels. Now I can get 3 Quicksilver in. And out of these options, again, I would prefer not to reroll if I don't have to. I don't want a Sentinel Crest because I can already play 4 Sentinels. I take the Omnivamp, which is going to give me, what is it? All of my units are going to get a small amount of Omnivamp, which is quite good on units like Nocturne and Akali. And then it's also going to give me a gold payout after my units have healed a certain amount. So this is pretty good. And then I got another 9 free rerolls out of this too. So I'm just taking my time here, trying to reroll for these units. Okay, there's 2-star Rel. We'll go ahead and hold the Rel. All right, there's Ambessa. I was like, ooh, okay, do I want to play 4 Sentinels or 4 Quickstrikers? I was like, I think I want to play the 4 Quickstrikers. I think I'll just play that. I think that's better. So we can sell the Leona now. I don't need her because the last Sentinel I'm going to play is going to be Illaoi. When I put Illaoi on the board, she'll make 4 Sentinel and she'll also make 3 Rebel. So I'll be looking to do that. And there, anyway, there's 2-star Loris. I'm not exactly hitting the TFs thus far, but I am hitting a lot of the other units. I'm already on 5 Akalis. That's not bad. And 4 Nocturnes. And I did find the early Ambessa, which is good because, as I said, Ambessa's pretty contested in this lobby. By the way, poor TF is getting jumped on by this Ambessa in the backlines. This person's playing a 4 Emissary comp. They've got Trist and Ambessa as their main carries, but it looks like we have enough damage to still finish off this board anyway. And I still have 3 more rerolls here. Again, I just wish I were hitting TF a little bit better, but I'm kind of hitting everything other than TF, so that's not so bad. Anyway, when you get up to the 4 Quickstrikers, there is an additional benefit added. On 4 Quickstrikers, again, your units always, and by the way, I'll move my tank items to Loris because I 2-starred him. Your Quickstrikers always get at least 40% attack speed. By the way, Mauls, if I could ever get to level 9, Mauls would be my last unit in, but I don't think I'm going to get up there. Anyway, so 40% attack speed. It can go up to 100% attack speed if the target's health is low. And by the way, oh man, 6 Nocturnes. Okay, 5 Akali, 6 Nocturnes. Again, I'm only on TF 2-star, but I do have the 6 Nocturnes and the 5 Akalis. Okay, so there is also an additional property at 4 Quickstrikers. So 40% up to 100% additional attack speed. On target death, Quickstrikers dash to a new target and gain 200 shield for 3 seconds. So again, pretty good for like the melee units, right? They get a shield and they dash to a new target as they kill whenever they get a kill on a target. TF gets that as well, although, you know, he doesn't need the shield as much because he's in the backline. And look, he just did 7,000 damage. So that was pretty good there. It feels like we're in a very strong position here. And now I'm just going to take my time and continue rolling for more TFs. That's the goal. Unfortunately, I am last pick on this carousel, so we'll have to see what's left over. I might take the Alawi if it's there, because I do want to play Alawi. As I said, she's a pretty useful unit here on my board, but she gets snapped up, so it's not going to be that. I have a glove here, so I can make something with a glove, and I was like, you know, out of all these various options, I think the best option is just to make a Quicksilver Sash here, which is an item I made a ton in the set revival, in the set 6.5 set revival, but I don't make it a lot here in normal, like standard set 13, but I actually think it makes a lot of sense for Nocturne. By the way, I got 2 gold there. I am actually playing Conqueror trait. I have Rel in and Ambessa in, so I actually do have Conqueror trait in. Not that I'm going to get many stacks, so I actually did get the nice little 2 gold bonus. I'm also checking here to see how many like TFs are out of the pool. There are a couple people playing TF, which is why it's a little bit trickier to hit him. All right, now Alawi pops up on the board, and I was like, I will play Alawi over the Rel because that's going to put Rebel trait in play. And then we might as well pick up the Lorises. And hey, we're actually on 8 Nocturne, so I'll go ahead and make the Quicksilver Sash for him. Nocturne is an entirely auto attack based champion. He does not have mana. Let me go ahead and read his description real quick. Oh no, actually he does have mana. I thought he didn't have any mana. I must be getting confused with a different unit. All right. Oh, his ability is Overdrive Blades. For 6 seconds, attack cause adjacent enemies to bleed for physical damage over 1 second. But anyway, yeah, the QSS is pretty good on him. And then, oof, look at that. I end up losing to someone else's Twisted Fate. That person was playing 4 Emissary, and they also have a TF2. So, yeah, I wasn't quite able to get through that. The 4 Emissaries does give a lot of stats. There also are level 8 0 gold. So they had gone level 8 and rolled it down, which makes sense here because we're on stage 4. But I have, like, not quite hit. I'm, like, slow rolling for my units. I haven't quite hit them yet. All right, so I'm looking at these different options. I see, oh, gain 30 ability power each time an ally dies, gain 8% of the ability power. I was like, okay, that sounds fine. I might be able to do better, but I'm reasonably pleased with that. Also, Rumble, interesting, but I can't really fit him on this board. So, yeah, we'll just continue re-rolling. And all right, well, there's 3-star Nocturne. That's got to be pretty good. Got to help out. So, because I hit the 3-star Nocturne before the 3-star Akali, I will continue looking to itemize Nocturne first, and then maybe Akali gets like a Thief's Glove later on. Will depend in part also on what items we have. So I don't know if this is like the best, what's it called? Anomaly. I don't know if this is the best anomaly for TF, but I mean, it seems reasonably decent. And I do need gold to keep re-rolling because unfortunately the TFs have not really been showing up for me. I know that he's being contested on some of these boards, which is unfortunate. But I am still trying to hit TF. I kind of don't really have a realistic chance to win the lobby unless I can hit TF 3-star. That's like kind of my win condition is TF 3-star, Loris 3-star. So I'm going to have to keep making the effort. Also, I might have better luck at hitting the TFs if some of these players get knocked out of the lobby. That also might be useful here. I also do have to think about when do I want to go to level 8, because if I go to level 8, I can play the Rel, and that gives me 4 Sentinel, 2 Conqueror, which is actually a pretty big spike. Conqueror wouldn't do that much because Ambessa's unitemized 1-star. It's not like I have a lot of Conqueror stacks, but it still wouldn't be bad to have that. And the 4 Sentinel frontline would certainly be nice. Oh man, this little Voidling is taking forever to kill. It looks like we don't have quite enough to beat that board either, which is unfortunate because that person's board only has 1-star Ezreal, 1-star Heimerdinger. Like, they weren't even 2-starred and they still beat me, so that's not a great sign. I definitely need to hit some more of these units here. All right, now I do get a whole bunch more gold again. This is the payout from my Augment. Apparently I healed like 10,000 damage with my Omnivamp. And all right, we are hitting the Lorises, so that's something. All right, I don't need to roll for more Rels. There's finally a TF. I feel like I have not seen very many TFs. And there's another Ambessa and another Loris. So I am on a, what is it? I'm getting close to hitting some pretty big spikes. I have Alawi pair, I have Ambessa pair, and I have Loris 7 out of 9. 3-star Loris would help me a lot in terms of making my frontline tankier. So again, we're going to continue trying to be patient. I still do have a lot of health here. It's a big deal that I preserved so much health in the early game. Again, Nocturne is my 3-star, my other 3-star unit. So I'm going to continue itemizing Nocturne and not Akali. And I only have the 6 Akalis, so I'm not that close. All right, now this is not the greatest roll down here. I just rolled and didn't really hit a whole lot, unfortunately. So I was like, all right, I think I need to go deeper. And then I managed to hit the 3-star Akali. So I was like, okay, I think maybe this is now the time to stop and go to level 8. Because on level 8, I still do have pretty good odds to see 3-cost units. I don't have good odds to see 2-cost units on level 8. But I do have pretty good odds to see 3-cost units. So I can still realistically hit Loris 3, TF 3 on level 8. But I think I definitely need to get to level 8 so I can play an additional unit. And so I can get that 4 Sentinel to Conquer in play. It's always a... And by the way, look at me just run over the Zeri board. Yeah. There actually was a B patch released on a Monday, which is a very odd time to have a B patch released. It actually nerfed the Zeri Watchers comp and a couple other comps that had popped up. So that comp did get nerfed a little bit from when I put up a video on YouTube featuring it. But anyway, whenever you're doing reroll, it's always like a bit of a question, when do you decide to stop rerolling and go back to leveling again? And I think that was the right moment to stop, because I had hit the Nocturne 3 and the Akali 3. And like I said, I still have reasonably good odds to hit the 3-cost units on the next level, on level 8. I believe the odds go from 40% for the 3 costs on level 7. I think they go to 33% on level 8. So it does go down. But the ability to get these, get another unit in play, and I also have better odds to hit Ambessa 2-star, Alawi 2-star, which would also be pretty big spikes for my board. Would be pretty nice as well. So anyway, yeah, just having 2-star versions of these units helps. That means that TF doesn't have to kill everything. It's like, oh, I'm up against the other TF. I was really close to winning that board. But again, the 4 emissaries just giving so many stats just allows that player to beat me. And I really want to deal damage to this player and try to get them out of the lobby, because they're holding 3 TFs over there. If I could somehow get them out of the lobby, I'd have much better odds to hit TF 3-star, which I'm only still on 4 TFs. I mean, I have rolled a lot of gold. Remember, I got 18 free rerolls that I used, plus I got the cash out from my last augment, the one that gives me the Omnivamp. I got another 15 gold from that. So like, I have rerolled a lot on level 7. To have only 4 TFs is a little unfortunate, but as I said, he is a bit contested in this lobby. All right, here is TF's ability. Probably should have covered that sooner, but his ability is called Wild Cards. Costs 75 mana. Throw 3 cards at different targets. He throws a blue card that restores health to the lowest health ally, a red card that deals magic damage to the largest group of enemies, and a yellow card that deals damage and stuns for 1 second. The yellow card does the most damage out of the 3. So, interesting unit. As I said, he kind of has his utility functions. He does actually provide a heal on his, on his blue card? Yeah, and then he also has a stun on the yellow card. By the way, I always think it's hilarious when TF starts dashing. We actually were able to beat the Twitch board, although I believe they only had Twitch 1-star for that fight. So if they had Twitch 2-star, they might have won that one. Okay, I am going to be second pick on this carousel. And I'm looking at the different options here. I mean, I could try to put an item on Akali, but I might want to Thief's Glove her. So I'm kind of looking for a last item for Nocturne, and there's an obvious one there. There's an Infinity Edge, which is going to increase his damage by a lot. The preferred way to play Nocturne is to get an Artifact Anvil, and put either Rapid Fire Cannon or Sniper's Focus on him, which gives him... It takes him from 1 range up to like 3 range, and it's kind of like this very overpowered interaction. I don't have an option to do that in this game, but I can put an Infinity Edge on him, and he should be hitting pretty hard with 4 Quickstriker in. Plus, the QSS will mean he can't get crowd controlled, so you can't stop him from auto attacking. And I'm on Loris 8. Can I hit one more Loris? Well, there's 6 TFs. Now the TFs have started to come in here. 7 TFs. Okay. I might as well keep rolling, I think, in order to try to hit these. I mean, I'm close. I guess I stopped there because I was running out of time. And I do need to put the Infinity Edge on the Nocturne. But yeah, I mean, that IE really increases his damage by a lot. Remember, he has the Bloodthirster for some lifesteal, plus my Gold Augment, which gives him additional lifesteal. And the Bloodthirster also give him the shield to make him a little bit tankier. And he can't get crowd controlled because of Quicksilver Sash. So his items are quite good. Obviously, it would be better to have like a Sniper's Focus. Still, it doesn't end up mattering. I still lose to that board. And that's because that board is like ridiculously strong. It's a 6 Enforcer board. They have Maddie 3-star. They have Kate 2-star. They have Ambessa 2-star. They have Vi 2-star. They're playing 6 Enforcers. They actually have double of those augments that are like character lore specific. They have the one that gives you Ambessa plus Maddie. And then they also have one that the one that gives you Echo and Vi. So they have double of those augments. And they're playing all of those units. And I think they've 2-starred just about everything. I was like, geez, this comp looks really strong. I'm also trying to do my best to position. Whenever you're using comps that have these melee carries, the positioning is actually really important. So I'm trying to get Nocturne and Akali to get on squishy targets and not tanks. Like, I'm hoping that Nocturne will wrap around into the back line and get on the Twisted Fate that's on this board. Now, this is a... by the way, TF tried to gold card stun him, but he has Quicksilver Sash triggered. This is that same Emissary board I keep losing to over and over and over again. And it's like, oh, we got the whole back line low. Oh, like, it's so close, but once again, I still lose to that board. It's like, I just can't quite beat them, unfortunately. And, they won that round, too. I mean, I had the ghost round, and then they won their actual round. Again, I want this team to lose so those TFs will go back in the pool. But I will have more gold to roll with. We'll stop here. We'll roll here after the minion round. Again, I'm lowest in the lobby on health, but I'm really close to getting much stronger. I have 8 Lorises. I have 7 Twisted Fates. And then I'm on Ambessa pair, Alawi pair. So, like, I just need, what is it? I need 5 units to spike super hard. 1 Ambessa, 1 Alawi, 1 Loris, and 2 TFs. If I can hit those 5 units, my board is going to get so much stronger because TF is still leading me in damage in every fight. And he's only a 2-star unit. I just need to get that. Could I get like a duplicator? That would be really, really good. But no duplicator is going to pop out. All right, we have 50 more gold to roll with here. And going to level 9 is not really going to do much of anything. I mean, if I could go to 9. Oh, there we go. There's Loris 3. That's a big hit. What else can I get here? All right, Alawi 2 is pretty big as well. She's my other main tank. What else can I hit? Can I hit some more TFs? Can I hit this? Oh, man. Can I hit anything? Ugh, a little bit of a disappointing roll down. At least I can get a Thief's Glove for my Akali. But that wasn't... I mean, I hit some of what I needed. I didn't quite hit all of what I needed. I do wish I'd been able to hit more TFs. I think because I hit the... what was it? I hit the Loris 3 and the Alawi 2. I think I stopped here. I probably should have stopped a little bit sooner and waited for the people who had TFs to get knocked out of the lobby and the people who had Ambessas. I think I probably should have stopped. I think I rolled like another 20 gold and literally saw nothing. I probably should have just waited for some people to get knocked out of the lobby because my odds of hitting TF and Ambessa will go up as people get knocked out. That said, Loris 3 is a really good tank, and yeah, having Loris 3 is a big spike. Plus, now getting a Thief's Glove on Akali is really nice too because she'll actually roll stuff that's useful. Anyway, there's all kinds of people on low health. So again, I really probably should just wait around for all these people to get knocked out, but I can't remember if I do that or if I roll on this round here. I mean, there's so many people on 1 HP. I really should just wait. Did I actually have the patience to do that? I guess I did. That's a good sign. I'm learning. But again, that other person, Araphist, is the person I'm most concerned about. That Enforcer board just looks so strong with all the units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to overload the left-hand side here. I'm going to try to put my tanks up against the Vi and the Echo, and my hope is that Nocturne will wrap around to hit the Kate in the back lines. I was really hoping that that would happen here. So does that happen? Oh, no. Nocturne's charge takes him over to the Loris. He doesn't get on the Kate. He doesn't quite get there. It looks like I'm going to kill every single other unit before the Caitlyn, but we're still doing reasonably well in this fight. Can we go over to the Kate instead? All right. Woo! That was close. We did manage to clutch it out. I really was hoping they were going to wrap around to the Kate. That did not happen. And oh, look at this. Most of the lobby looks like it got knocked out. So that's good. Now I should actually look to try to complete these units because I actually have pretty good odds, I think, now to hit the TF. All right. Again, I would play the Malzahar if I were going to level 9 because look at the 2 traits I'm missing. I'm missing Automata and Visionary. Malz would give me both, and I would have a perfect trait matrix. But that's not going to happen. Oh, there's TF. Oh, that's 7T, or that's 8 TFs. One more TF. Ah, it actually gave me 3 Malzahars, but no TFs. All right. Ugh. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm up against the other player. Who is this? This is the player. Oh, this is the Twitch player, right? Yeah, this is the Twitch Bruiser player. So I have to try to get around to the Twitch, which is going to be difficult. They also have a Victor on their board. But it looks like we're cutting through the front line. I kind of put the Nocturne and Akali on their weaker tanks. There's Victor's ult, but Victor has been nerfed pretty hard from where he was at the beginning of the set. So anyway, I kind of put Nocturne and Akali over on the weaker tanks, and they kind of cut through the weak tanks while Loris stood there and tanked against the rest. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and knock that player out. And oh, the other player... Still that Enforcer player I still have to deal with. No one else has beaten them in a while. I was able to beat them the last time, but no one else did. By the way, there's another Malzahar. It's like, come on, man. Don't give me Malzes. I need a TF. But no, there's no TF here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Automata emblem. I think that's probably the best thing I can grab here. That'll give Automata trait over to the Nocturne. And I can also put this on another unit. Automata 2 doesn't really do that much. What is it? Automata gives... What is it that trait gives? I think it gives some stacking armor and magic resistance over the course of the fight. Yeah, that deals magic damage and gives stacking armor and MR. I was like, all right, you know, I think Ambessa's probably the best one to take this. But unfortunately, I am still stuck on 8 Twisted Fates. I could not hit the last one in this round. So once again, I'm going to try to do the same thing I did last round against this player. I'm going to try to overload the left-hand side with Nocturne and Akali. But unfortunately, they did make one change. They actually swapped the Echo over there to the left-hand side. And unfortunately, Kate actually aggroed on both of them right away. So Akali got focused quickly, Nocturne got focused quickly. They both died very early on in this fight, and TF cannot kill this entire board alone, so it was like, alright, I guess Kate just kills everything. Yeah, alright, so I dropped down to 5 HP, and it looks like this is going to be the last round of the game, because they have 8 health, I have 5 health. But, oh, wait a minute, I get my Conqueror cash out, I get 5 more gold! Is that going to be enough to hit one last TF? Where's my final TF? Okay. Have to try to beat this person without TF3, which is disappointing and just didn't quite hit. All right, so what do I do here? I decided I was going to try something different. I was like, okay, let's put my main tanks over by Kate. Maybe that way Kate will shoot at my tanks. I'll put the Nocturne and Akali over here by Vi, because if they can take out the Vi, that actually removes a lot of damage from this board. And hopefully Kate will just spend the whole fight shooting at Loris, who's like my best tank. So we're going to try to have Nocturne Akali kill the Vi. Akali also rolled some pretty decent items. She rolled Guardbreaker plus Gnasher's Tooth, which is not bad items on her. Okay, Nocturne's down, but Akali's still up. Okay, we got the Vi. Akali is still dashing around. Loris is still alive. Okay, we got everything except Kate. Can we get the Kate? There we go. All right, woo, what a close fight. You can see all that's left is Ambessa and a low health TF. So it was very, very close. I think our boards were pretty evenly matched there, and it kind of came down to positioning and fight RNG, but I was able to get the correct positioning there. I definitely think I had better positioning than the previous round, so I actually win without having the 3-star TF. I think I would have won that round very easily if I'd had 3-star TF, but I still got it done anyway. Maybe I'll have to do another game where I actually get the 3-star TF, because I do wish I'd hit that unit. But yeah, overall a good game. I was pretty happy with how I played this, and I was able to get the first place. Well, in any case, once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, hope everybody's having a great week. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.